You get kind of nervous, you get a little something going on in your stomach. It worked out, but yeah, luckily never thrown up on anyone.
So, you two just moved to the complex. What did you say your names were again?
I'm Dylan, and this is my wife, Dylan.
Oh, same name couple, that's the dream.
I have an idea. Why don't we all play a board game?
Great idea.
Have you guys ever played the Wrath of the Star Eclipse, Empire, Twilight of Destruction?
Yeah, what is that? Is that like sorry?
Does sorry have a 900-sided die in its own language of rules?
Oh, we love that game.
What the hell do you guys think you're doing?
I could ask you the same question, and I shall. What the hell do you guys think you're doing?
I'll tell you what we're doing. Having fun for the first time in our lives. And we're not gonna let you ruin that.
Well, we're gonna expose you as the old farts you are.
Oh, you're gonna expose us? Did you hear that, Peter?
Don't care long as you don't pan no nuggets off me claim.
The old Millennial Village. Peter and Lois trying to sneak in that 29 to 44 millennial age category. The kids aren't having it. They're gonna expose. You guys are older.
There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Right, Regina? Please stop talking.
The crazy part is that we work with a lot of millennials. A lot of them double income, great jobs, maybe one child on the way. They only have great credit and they're able to put some money down, and or mom and dad may assist a little bit with the down payment. It's pretty crazy because the age keeps going up as the affordability becomes less attractive. Rates are higher, prices are extremely high. I'm talking San Diego, and there's just still not a bunch of inventory. There is a bunch of new builds going on, a little bit further inland, a little bit further south, and a little bit further north. But a lot of millennials are just jumping in. They're realizing, hey, we're at an interest rate of 7%. Not that bad. It's not 2.5 and 3 that there was about a year and a half ago. But realistically, we need a place to live and a tax write-off. So it's working out. The old Millennial Village looks like a fun apartment complex. I don't know if they're actually condos, but assuming you'll have like pool, jacuzzi, fitness center, probably a VR room, all kinds of fun millennial type stuff that you could do. They're able to draw you in by a lot of the amenities. A lot of these places here in and around San Diego, it's almost like being in a resort. So you don't necessarily have to leave. You can work out there, swim there, play volleyball. You can do all kinds of good stuff. So might be attractive in that sense. I don't really know what exactly is going on here because, you know, normally kids graduate high school, go to college, they'll either come back for a year or two, but they leave, you know. This is kind of the flip-flop where Lois and Peter are actually going to Millennial Village. A little confusing, but hey, they're young at heart, you know.
Have you guys ever played the Wrath of the Star Eclipse, Empire, Twilight of Destruction?
Is that like sorry?
The game that they described seems extremely confusing and challenging. I mean, what happened to like Yahtzee, Sorry, Monopoly? Those are the games that we used to play as kids and just having some fun. Although Monopoly could drag out and, you know, create 4 hours of chaos. But a lot of times we at the family will just try to do a game night on a regular basis. It doesn't always work out, but, you know, just some good cards, some Sorry, and just having some fun.
I've always enjoyed the camaraderie of good friends, competing in games of chance and skill.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite game? Are you a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, Battleship, Sorry, Monopoly? Let me know in the comments below.
What a fun Gen Z time we're having. We should take a photo. Lois, why don't you take a photo and airdrop it to us?
Of course. Airdrop. And that's easy. Oh, whoops, dropped my phone. Peter, can you help me pick this up? What the hell is airdrop? Is that Wi-Fi?
I think it's a medical term for a fart.
Is that the button you hit on the plane?
I never turn it off on a plane.
How do you ask Siri?
I think he means celery. Hey, celery.
It's definitely Siri.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Peter, we gotta get out of this.
Dude, I'll just throw up. Everyone will have to leave.
Can you really do that?
Yeah, I taught myself in 6th grade.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah!
You know, it's so funny with all the technology, which is always changing. Back in the day, airdrop, I would have had no idea as well, like Peter and Lois, but I don't think I would make myself throw up. I may just ask a simple question. Either that or I'd be like, hey, let's just take the photo. I'm gonna text it to you guys. Believe it or not, my mom in her 80s, and she is extremely savvy with the iPhone. She can airdrop, she can text. She loves sending emojis. So let me know in the comments below, are you tech savvy? savvy? Do you understand all the ins and outs of the phones? Or are you kind of like, hey, give me that flip phone, stick with the old school? There's been lots of times, you know, you're meeting a high-end client or you're showing a big property. You get kind of nervous, you get a little something going on in your stomach. Luckily, I haven't thrown up. There have been a few times, maybe not feeling great, and you can kind of postpone the showing. There have been a few times that I wasn't really well-versed on the area, and I postponed it. Thank gosh I did, because I would have got extremely lost out in Rancho Santa Fe. And then there was another time that my air conditioning actually broke, and I was showing a high-end client. So I ended up borrowing a buddy's car. You don't want the client to be extremely uncomfortable when you're showing high-end properties. So it worked out, but yeah, luckily never thrown up on anyone.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Hi, sweetie. How was your day?
Well, I was an astronaut for a while, then I was a cowboy, and then all afternoon I was a fireman, so it's been a long one. What's for dinner?
Play-Doh spaghetti.
Oh.
What?
No, it's nothing. Just had Play-Doh spaghetti last night.
You gotta love forts. My kids, every once in a while, they're like, hey Dad, do you mind if we completely transform the living room and just do a bunch of fort stuff? And then we've also done stuff out by the pool where you're just building all these contraptions, the old school cardboard box. I did have a great friend of mine growing up back in Alaska who had probably the coolest treehouse you've ever seen. Had a ladder. It had like a little rope swing that came off of it. His dad was a contractor, so it was like having your own little ridiculous little house, but it was a tree house. The little trap door, stairs, lights, electrical, had a little fridge in there. So we spent a bunch of time, obviously not in the winter, but summer times were great. Let me know in the comments below, you have a cool tree house or any kind of fun like playhouse that was built at your property. As a kid, you just loved playing house. You loved creating, mixing the pans up. You know, they made the little spaghetti that obviously came out blue. So there have been a couple times that I've seen really extravagant, a guest house and then also a kid's playhouse. There was one that literally looked like the exact replica of the main house. Had to be a couple $100,000 to build this little guest house, but you could walk in it. It had bunk beds, it had everything. So it was full functioning. You could almost use it as like a little mini house or an ADU, but it was the kid's playhouse. That was pretty awesome. Stewie was an astronaut, fireman for the majority of the day. Didn't hear him say realtor. I mean, he's in there, he's loving the house, but yeah, that's a long day. I guess you gotta aim high and see what happens. I remember back in the day, I always wanted to be a PE teacher or I wanted to own a fitness gym. I'm a realtor. I go to the gym a lot. I'm not a teacher, but I have a lot of friends that are. Let me know in the comments below, what'd you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? You okay? Everything okay? I'm talking like this because I'm being very careful not to upset you, and for some reason, this is the voice people use to do that.
Oh, I'm great. Come on in, check out the new pad.
Whoa, you got an air hockey table?
Yep. Wanted it, got it. That's the new joke. And check this out. It's the gun that no-leg sprinter used to kill his girlfriend.
Oh, my God! Anyone who's kind of fast gets a free pass from me.
What kind of person would want to buy that?
I'll tell you who. The kind of guy who's always got butterscotch candies for his friends.
Okay, now that's pretty cool. I gotta be honest, Joe. We came over here because we were worried about you, but these candies tell me you're doing great.
I've never been better. I was living my life all wrong, but not anymore. No more thinking, just living.
Well, it seems like you made the right choice, Joe. I mean, I ain't seen anyone this happy since the invention of the penny farthing bicycle.
Peter was using that voice that I use on my kids every once in a while, which never works. But it seems like he's living the single life. He gave me that vibe of, uh-oh, we're going through a divorce.
Are you asking me for a divorce?
Yay! 2 Christmases!
It's so great because he has air hockey. I remember back in the bachelor days in a condo with a couple buddies, and for my birthday, a good friend of mine actually got me a foosball table. We had a huge party. He actually put the foosball table together, and that stayed in our living room for about 7 years. So kind of similar cool vibe. The Werther's candies, had those. There was always beer in the fridge, so come on in. Let's go. Have some fun.
How many beers are we allowed to order at once? I'm not sure. No one has ever asked that before.
The young man essentials. So now the foosball table's long gone. If you're in a relationship, you have the nice headboard. All the pillows are nice and neat. The sheets match. You have a nice duvet cover. Single dude, probably one pillow. Got the white, goofy, stained pillowcase cover. Maybe like one black pillow and obviously no headboard. So the give and take. I'm loving the headboard and the matching pillows, to be honest with you. Where do you guys fall on the headboard scale? Let me know in the comments below. Then obviously he showcases the gun. You know, back in Alaska, my dad had a gun cabinet where it was like this nice wooden with glass, and obviously it was always locked, but you could see all his display of guns, and got the moose head, the American flag. You know, obviously here in San Diego, you have surfboards hanging up on the walls. I've seen people hang hammocks in their house. Your typical man cave, single days. Let me know in the comments below, what's the most interesting thing you've seen in a bachelor pad? Obviously guns and whatnot, there's been some amazing technology. I did see one where it was a fingerprint type scenario. You press this and this case lifts up and opens up. Got all his guns in there, a bunch of ammo, and then you shut it and it's just like a coffee table. That was pretty cool, but I haven't really seen any other crazy gun type things, but there's probably some really cool gun safes out there. Let me know in the comments below, you ever seen a really, really cool gun safe? You gotta love the Werthers. I have a good friend of mine, Jeff Swanson. He sent me a pack of Werthers. It's random. I love those. My grandma used to have those in a bowl, and I always thought they were the fancy, delicious tasting candies. But then like you get the almond rokas with the nice little gold tinfoil wrapping. It's not fancy, but back in the day, it seemed like it was fancy.
You might want to try this. I make a sauce, we call it fancy sauce.
For me. I want some fancy sauce.
Yeah.
I'm not done using it.
You know, treat yourself, enjoy, have some fun. It's so funny because we've seen so many houses. We've been on Broker Caravan. A lot of times you go to a listing presentation or you're meeting with the sellers and, hey, you guys want anything to drink? There was one time that a person actually brought out a full-blown charcuterie board, champagne, wine. There was beer in the cooler. And they're just like, hey, let's have some fun, get to know each other. And we ended up getting the listing, and I ended up getting them the most incredible charcuterie board and a bunch of fun stuff at closing. So it all worked out. But that was probably one of the coolest listing presentations I've ever been on. Very fun. All right, Family Guy. Always hilarious and surprisingly gives us a lot of talking and teaching points about what comes with real estate. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you binge watch the entire playlist right here and subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching.